Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be doing my review of the time I went to Paris. Um, so I know this is kind of delayed because the last time I was in Paris was, oh my god, it was December. Not like this December, like last December. I was in the process of buying camera equipment, and getting good lighting. Like right now I have great lighting, but we literally haven't had sun here in forever. This is like the first day it's actually had a lot of sunlight, which is great. I went to Paris because I was seeing some friends of mine who lived down further south, and you had to fly into Paris anyway, so I thought I would stay there for a bit. I stayed in the heart of Paris, so I stayed really close to the Louvre, which obviously many of you know. It's the famous art museum, has the pyramid in the front of it. I didn't end up seeing that, but it looked cool. So anyway, I stayed in Paris for a few days, which isn't enough time to make a whole judgment on the entire city, but this is just what I've seen in those couple of days. So the one thing that everyone told me was like, in Paris, everyone smokes. It was so true. I mean, literally every street corner you made, there was like someone with a cigarette, which I don't mind, but it's definitely different from where I live now because it's kind of like people smoke here, but not as much, certainly. And dogs too. Like everyone had a dog. It was ridiculous. The people were nice in general. I ended up having to take the metro, and it was rush hour. If you want to see Paris, try during rush hour. It's absolutely insane. I've never been more afraid to, like, I never drove in Paris and I never took a cab anywhere, but I've never been more afraid in my life crossing a street than when I was in Paris. It's just so busy and there's so many people, so many cabs. Oh, it's nuts. Gorgeous too. There's graffiti in Paris everywhere, and a lot of it's about love and art, but I mean, it's everywhere. It's insane. Anyway, I went there because I wanted to improve my French. I wanted to speak with Parisians in French and really pick up a Parisian accent. That would be, or at least the pace, that would be so nice. But I don't know, I guess it didn't really cross my mind that most people there would speak English. Maybe not fluently, but enough to speak more English than I spoke French. And so when I went there, I didn't really end up speaking French with anyone. And I kind of like, they would say like, be like, bonjour, I'd be like, bonjour, and immediately they'd go into, you know, English. They'd be like, hi, how may I help you? And I'd be like, no. But you know, I understand. It's a busy city, and I was kind of nervous, so I didn't really continue trying to speak French. Let me see, if I had any recommendations, if anyone's going to France, I would recommend going somewhere, research it first, but there's not a lot of tourists, where there's not a lot of Americans, and not a huge city. I feel like if you go to Paris or Lyon or even Marseille, because those are like the three biggest cities in France, if you go to Paris, Lyon, or Marseille, I wouldn't expect to be speaking like French with people as much as you would if you went to like Macon, or I'd say like, I've never been to Western France, but I've only really been to Macon and then like the French Riviera. But even the French Riviera, like down near Nice, you can speak with a lot of people there in French as well. And try going during the off season if you're not going to be doing study abroad there, or you're not going to school there. Try going during the off seasons so that, you know, you have the best chance with not running into other Americans. That'd be my recommendation from my experience. Also, airline tickets tend to be cheaper. If you're a student, this is the key thing. If you're a student, bring that student ID. You want that student ID. Even if you're an American, whatever, bring your student ID, because I get so many discounts because I was a student. You don't have to be a student in France to get student discount on, you know, basic things like shoes, regular clothing, some food, I guess. I never really tried to do with the food. Tickets, oh my gosh, you save money, trust me. If you're going to be buying train tickets in France or from Monaco, this is my recommendation, especially if you're an American. Don't try and buy it with your credit card. If you're an American, your credit card will probably not work on the machines, because I didn't realize this until I was there, but for those of you who don't know, an American credit card does not have a PIN. We use our zip code, which is a 6-digit code that the area from where we live, and it doesn't ask for that. If I were you, I would recommend purchasing your tickets ahead of time if you can. If not and you're stuck there, bring a debit card, because a debit card will work from my experience. If you absolutely need to, purchase it online at the hotel, it'll work. There are different things you have to do with different tickets. For example, if you buy your ticket online in the United States, you don't have to get your ticket stamped before getting on a TGV. If you get your ticket in France, it looks about this big, it looks like an airline ticket. That you need to get scanned before you get on the train. There are little boxes right there. You just insert there's like a square box on the end, you just insert that into the machine and it stamps it and you're good to go. It just approves your ticket. I don't know exactly what it does, but you need to get that done before getting on the train. And the other option is if you get your ticket and you print it out on a piece of paper that's about this big, so basically printer paper, you don't need to get that approved. Just have your ticket with you on hand. You can also pull it up on your phone, and as long as they're able to scan it, you should be fine. But so that's just my recommendation for you all.